Hey guys, welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization 6 Frontier Pass DLC as Kublai Khan of China. Awesome to have you guys along as we are trying to flip Toruga. And we got Beowulf in the process. So we have now flipped Toruga. And I'll just do one more charge because I can. Or we may have an additional charge. So our guy who is ready for combat is back and ready. I think it's funny that they're going directly after our main city, which is really not too particularly surprising. But at least now we can run this guy over to the Natural Wonder to get those additional spreads and send him over to Vietnam. She will not be happy if we try to convert her city, so maybe we'll head over and irritate Basil since he's irritating us. But he is a good ways away. But we could probably flip Nalanda. That's where we could send the hero over there to Nalanda and maybe flip Nalanda. I think if we try to go to Haitusa and flip it, that might be a good strategy because then we'll have a direct link to Hammurabi if he tries some of his silliness once again. We have 5 more turns on the harbor, and then we can build a unit to sail. I don't want to wait to get a caravel. I mean, we could do that, but it would be like 13 turns for a caravel. So what we might get is a quadrime instead, and just kind of see what's over here because we have kind of... It is still early in the game. Everyone has to remember it's still relatively early in the game. It just feels differently because, you know, I either record on different days or
an architecture
I'll do a certain amount of recording for a certain period of time, then I come back to this game. So to ensure that we're getting some good build process, we'll send the I just completely lost my train of thought doing that. We're gonna send the trader over here, I think. Let's make sure that that's what I actually did. Yes, I had lost my train of thought there for a second because we are both just now starting a new game, and I'm trying to explain that to you guys. And we are still making heroes, of course, and we are still going to experiment with the new industries and corporations, which are quite fun, and then build on those monopolies. We're also working on our science, which we are now at 65. So we're kind of sort of catching up a little bit. And over here, I think we're going to go ahead and get a theater square. Well, let's see. Industrial zone. Okay, maybe a theater square. Hang on. Well, let me see the board real quick. Get out of that thing. So, yeah, an industrial zone will be better over here next to the mine. So let's go ahead and get a theater square. There we go. Alright. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I was watching Otter play, and there is kind of a little bit of a oversight by the developers when it comes to the heroes. So we're going to kind of experiment with that in this particular game. Speaking of heroes, let's go ahead and move you down to this city. We are getting author up here, so I wonder if we can convert the horses from Hao Lu or Hoi An. Here comes a swordsman.
The day we stop exploring.
Alright, so now we get to pick a new government, and we will go with Merchant Republic, which will help us towards our districts. And we'll get some error score. We'll go ahead and get unit maintenance. And we don't really need the city strength anymore. Maybe some amenities would be nice because we could use that. We could also use some theater, or some culture. I always want to call it charisma from our MMO days. Now, as far as great people, it's really not super urgent, but I would like to get some merchants. And we're like way behind in merchant, so maybe we could work on that. Let's see if we have the policy for merchant. Or do we not? Not quite yet. Yeah, I'm getting a little ahead of ourselves here in the gameplay since I am playing off camera. So, we don't have any units that we can upgrade just yet. Well, I think we can upgrade... We don't have any horsemen to upgrade to coursers, so that's not going to be necessary. Let's go ahead and do our attack here. I know I'm kind of getting a little distracted by a few things. Alright. So, let's go with unit maintenance. So there is a reason why I'm trying to stockpile the money, especially since we're -2 money, which is never good. So we might have to go like all in all full money. Check this out. 22 gold. Yeah, I would really like to start working towards a merchant, but we're not at that point in the game yet. Let's go ahead and get some culture. And yeah, we might want to make our last settler as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Get some gold going. Speaking of gold going, let's go ahead and just do some... I normally do this off camera, but we will go ahead and... Hey, let's do some alliances as well. So let me kind of show you guys what I do here. So we're like completely dead last in science. So we don't have friendships with any of the other civs except for Vietnam. So we'll have to use her for our research. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey, she might even give us a little gold. Let's see. I always like to check for gold. Yeah, see, she's going to give us 4, so 4 is better than nothing. And I don't think we can do a whole lot with Basil and whatnot, especially with our little religious combo. But what we could do is we could sell him some luxuries. He'll give us a pretty decent price. I'm not enthusiastic about selling him horses or iron. However, we do want cash, but I'll explain why I want to save that. So, as an experiment here, let's see what we could get with this and say 20 horses. Could even throw in some niter, which would be terribly dangerous. What would he want? Oh, see, look at, see, that is outrageous. He basically wants everything we have. But there is a reason why I wanted to ask him. But nonetheless, yeah, he wants a ridiculous amount of money. And we'll get to that point where we can afford to do it. But right now, we can't. So let's go ahead and just sell him a luxury. He'll give us 7 gold per turn. That's respectable. And I think I will sell him some horses. So it's very important when you are playing the game to, you know, take advantage of the civs that are in the game. And, you know, make a little bit of money. That's really not worth it. And it's 20 horses. I guess it's not a big deal. It's gold, and we want gold. As much gold as we can get, because we can also use it to upgrade. And we'll go ahead and get humanism. And in Beijing, if we can build another hero, which we can't. But I think what I actually will do... Well, first let's look at our settler lens, because we need... So the settler lens comes in really handy to see where flooding is. And we do get some flooding here occasionally, but where it's really bad is up here in this city. But we'll go ahead and put down some pens, letting us know that we need some dams over here, or a dam. And maybe even, well, they come in handy. For example, dams are great to build next to a industrial zone because you get those additional bonuses. And we were talking about making an industrial zone over here next to this mine, but we might have to actually make it on the chocolate. But let's see where it wants to put down a dam. That's where I thought I was going to put it down right there. 30 turns. Not really sure I'm really ready for that just yet. So in our home city, I think we will go with, let's go ahead and get our settler, because we want that for our industry down here before another civ comes along. And believe me, they will come along and try to nab that area. So let's go ahead and get our civ. Let's see if we can flip this city. But there are units all around it, so go figure. So maybe Basil's, or is that Byzantine's? Yeah. So maybe Basil's unit will move, hopefully. Why is our guy... Oh, that's right. He's moving over towards this way. That's right.
It is the mark of an educated...
All right. 5 more turns for the hero, and now we can flip this city. Did we already flip it? No, we need 5 more turns. It's just lit up because we have a unit there. Yes, we need amenities. But there's no one who has any that we can buy from. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our quadreme. Actually, we need housing, don't we? So quadreme is going to take how many turns? 12? Now let's go ahead and get lighthouse for the housing. Probably need to make like a whole entire round of builders right now. Alright. I think we'll go ahead and go for our musketmen. So we're going to need to work some of this niter for sure. So it looks like we're going to need to get like a whole entire round of builders. And I think we might want to get another holy site too. Alright, let's go ahead and flip our city real quick. We only have 1 spread left, huh? Alright, so we're going to want to get another Inquisitor. Pocket Inquisitor is what I like to call those guys when I put them in cities. Yeah, really no purpose to spread here, so maybe to our converted cities that we've flipped, like Tauranga. That's funny, we have Hulang. Now let's just go up here to the Tauranga city and flip it. We're going to get our city center. Our government plaza, I should say. Okay, here's our Inquisitor. Alright, here's our builder. And yeah, let's just go straight beeline to that Mercury. Alright. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our university. That's 32 turns. We really need a builder. We got 12 turns until we can go to additional builds. So in the meantime, maybe we'll get medieval. Nah, it's 28 turns. Maybe we'll get Ancestral Hall. Yeah, well, we are going to capture some cities up there. I don't think that's going to count. Let's get Ancestral Hall. Always like that when we do expand. Or it does help with expand. Let's go ahead and get some walls here. Just in case. And another governor title. Do we want to go ahead and get Liang? Let's see. Oh yeah, let's get Chorus. That way we'll get additional gold, science, and culture. So that's going to come in handy. That will come in very nicely. But we do get an additional one. So let's go ahead and get... Maybe we can promote... No, we don't have it. Okay, we've already used it. Okay, it just doesn't show it as far as having selected it from one of the secret societies. Interesting. But yeah, there we go. Now we popped it up. Another 12 of culture. I can't see science, at least not on this side, because the record indicator is up in that corner. Alright. So we get a boost, and we're out of charges with her. But at least that gave us... I'm sorry. That gave us some additional charges, so we're just lacking. So anyway, we'll just bring her back. Her other ability is a city-state. Oh, yes, right. We could, like, capture this. We can, like, capture one of their units. Okay, so let's just bring her back. And it doesn't really matter where she goes, but 3 more turns. We'll have Author. I'm not sure why I said it the way I did. Okay, so now we have our Niter, and we're going to work the Mercury. Although, the reality, let's just go ahead and work the tiles that we need. And we can always get more builders. In 7 more turns, we're going to do like a major duplicate. Or, you know, do the additional turns for them. He wants that for 46 flat gold? I don't think so, dude. No way. Yeah, your price was a shame. Alright. So fortunately, no one has come down here, which is good for us. We've actually waited quite a bit of time to get another settler, but we had all kinds of other things going on. So here comes Arthur. I don't see any horsemen now. So just for fun, we're just going to send him kind of have him look around. So we want to get some food. We want to get the city kind of growing, so I wasn't really in a big hurry for the niter. We got 5 more turns. Let's see how many it would take for a builder. 9? Alright, so we should be able to get one started here for the extra builds, and we'll go ahead and do that with the other cities as well. I might actually stop construction just to be able to build builders. Man, they just want to go flat gold. These guys, like, probably have no kind of money. We could... What would he want for this? He won't even do it. But let's just see. Oh, that's right, because Basil won't even do it at all. He'll probably want some obnoxious amount of money. But let me just check real quick. We couldn't do it while we were in the middle of a turn. So they're going to kill Arthur, and that's just not really what we want to use him for. He can pillage? Interesting. But we don't want to do that because we don't want to do that unnecessarily. Let's go ahead and work some mercury. Alright. It's going to be a nice little city right here. This one will too as soon as we get it going. I don't know if we'll make it to the iron or not, but we don't really need iron. We'll get that other niter up here. But it was easier to buy those relics in my off-camera game as Cyrus because I just had the money. You know, I had like 387 gold per turn, so I was just easily able to, you know, buy every one of the relics from every one of the different civs. And it was kind of amusing, actually. So as you can see here, we are 7 of 129, but it's still early in the game, as I said, but that will change here. When we employ our strategy, it will change. And we got more Islam coming through here. And another crossbowman. The never-ending series of crossbowmen. Yeah, with the city you left-click. But we're now wiping them out really fast. That was very weird. Seems like he should have more movement than that. And our good buddy Hikamo will be expiring here shortly.
You can't go around
18 more turns. And what people sometimes do is they just go ahead and kill them off, but that just seems kind of cheesy to me. I mean, we don't need to resort to that nonsense. Let's go ahead and get Liang and put her in Xi'an. She will come in handy there. And Arthur is back up and healthy again. And we can see if these cities over here have any horses. Oh, our chocolate's on fire. Not good. So it looks like they aren't going to try to spread Islam over here. So we'll just keep you right there. Provided you don't get on fire. Or catch fire, I should say. All right, now we can change our policy. And we will, of course, get the builder charges. The additional builder charges, if I can find them. And we should have enough build into this. Well, we definitely don't need that anymore. So there we go. So builders. We'll still leave settlers. We could actually make another settler for this area over here. So we'll play a few more turns before we bring this to an end. See if we can find any horses with Arthur. We have 24 turns until the religious emergency is over.
Man is a military animal.
All right, so there's musketmen. And we're doing fairly well on our error score. Okay, that doesn't do anything. And, you know, we'll go ahead and get banking. That way we'll have the stock exchange, and I'll explain all that to you here, because we will, of course, try to convert our mercury into Well, we'll turn them into corporations and then eventually into monopolies. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to just go ahead and build that quadrime over here in 9 turns, which isn't bad, which is why I sent that trader over there to give us some additional production, and we're almost done with our settler over here. So they're going after Arthur with a swordsman and I don't think we convert a city-state that we don't have suzerain. I mean, what would be the point in converting one of those? We could grab that knight up there, but she's only got 16 turns. How long would it take her to get up there? 7? I mean, we could try to convert it, I guess. I don't know if we have to have, like, suzerainship over it or not. Can he attack? Yeah, he can. Because why not? And yes, so we're all going to make our builders. Builders in all the cities. We're going to take a break from that one and also make a builder. And we do have space for a trade route. There is a newer queue list mod that I'd rather have than the one we have now. But I really want to make some builders. I might actually stop our production up here to make one too. And just get a whole round of builders. So guys, on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap it here as we implore our new strategy. Below this video, you will see the various links to my social media, my mainstream ones, of course. Would appreciate you guys giving me a follow there, as well as the alt tech sites, because your support is always greatly appreciated. If you know anyone who is interested in a turn-based strategy game, by all means, share this video with them. And if you are interested, or they would be interested in purchasing the game, I have a link below this video. Those purchases will help out the channel. And if you see now on the screen, I don't know why I said it that way, but you should see the channel icon appearing right there on the screen. Click on that to subscribe, as well as select a notification so you'll know when there's content here on the channel, to include Civilization 6 and or additional content here on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next game.